I'm Chef Jamie Barnes. It's art, food.
Yeah, sound like some Jeopardy shit. Look, this is for my smooth fellows that be getting what's essential. Talking like a scholar, don't be flaunting street credentials. Money minded, always on a different mission.
Well, what started me with cooking is cooking with my family, my mother, grandmother, just liking to create food with them, cooking for the family. I went to school to do something different besides being a chef, and wasn't really my calling, so I found out about Johnson & Wells and came on to school out here and been doing it professionally ever since then. Watching TV, Food Network wasn't really big when I was young, but watching little infomercials here and there, seeing people cook. Emma Lagasse was one of the first big chefs that I looked up to. Outside of him, there's a chef named Marcus Samuelson. I look up to him as well. Him being African American, there's not many big-time African American chefs, so I always look up to him for certain things. I like all seafood. Typically white fish. I like to do pan-seared fish dishes, pairing them with different fresh vegetables, things that people wouldn't regularly think of. Certain vegetables like snake gourd, red leaf lettuce, different types of things I like to incorporate into dishes, just to jazz up your typical routine dishes and make them a little more fancy, I guess the word is, but just play around with regular food. But my dishes of choice is always seafood. Culture does play a big part in it. Sometimes it does play off stereotypes, but if we're having a function and we're just all of us are having a function, a hip hop get together, something like at a lounge, a club, it's typically gonna be laid back food. It's gonna be your wings, just typically that type of food. If you're doing like something like a culture of people that are coming from fine dining, wine dinners, at a wine dinner, I'm going to do more likely cheese, different small hors d'oeuvres, something I would never do if I'm doing food for a hip hop club or something. I wouldn't go there with the wine and cheese. That's not really where that plays a part in. Hip hop is a lot of hip hop artists. It's about being a rebel, being a little different, creative, and that's what I do with my food. Just step out of the boundaries of what people would expect from me. A lot of people do judging the book by its cover a lot, but I like to put a spin on everything I do. I like to be fresh and new with it, kind of like hip hop is. Hip hop changes every year, and that's what food gives me the opportunity to do too. You just touched on hip hop. I like old school hip hop, reading about it, learning different things about it, discussing it with people. Basketball is one of my hobbies, playing and watching. Mainly, other than that, I just hang out with my kids. That's about it. Just like venturing around Charlotte, finding new places. I've been here 10 years and I still find new places every day. So just hanging out around the city, finding new things. From my past experience, what I've seen is different kitchens I worked in. Sometimes I could be the only African American or one of two. But I know that we are strong with the culinary experience and field. I think we're still growing. I think there's a few big time African American chefs. And we do make our mark, and all of the people typically want to think about soul food, but we're so much more than that. That's hopefully what I'll be able to make an imprint on in this world, and a couple of other chefs like Chef Roblay, Marcus Samuelson. We're coming there. We're not where we should be, but we're coming there. Anyone that is trying to get into the field, I say just take risk. Sometimes you do have to start from the bottom. I started as a dishwasher. I didn't want to do it, but I washed dishes for almost a year before I got a shot to actually make a salad in the restaurant. Sometimes you have to start from the bottom and work your way up, but you know, it just takes a lot of hard work, dedication, long hours. This is an industry where we're not going to get a lot of time off, not a lot of breaks, not a lot of vacations. Vacations you're typically at work. So you just have to have the right mindset and be ready for that. If you're ready for it, put your all into it, then dive right in, and it's the industry for you. It's a great industry if you want to be creative and if you love food. So it's a great industry for that.
I know it looks wrong, but it sounds right. Listen close, this what missionary sounds like. I know it looks wrong, but it sounds right. Listen close, this what missionary